But
long
it
gone.
is a fact that you do actually like cats.
We love
this,
cats.
and this is part
We
of the
adore
story,
cats.
isn't it?
We do.
How
We're
did the
absolute
name
cat fans,
arrive?
aren't we?
Well, Stevie's got. Originally, we was going to call the thing the Vanity Project, and I really liked that name because it was really pompous. And it was, don't forget, this is, as I've said many times, it was a one album, one shot
Project. Yeah.
It, you know, scratching the itch that I personally wanted to do, but unfortunately, when you start doing that, and there's 5 other people's all going, "This is great, this is great," you're thinking this is going to have legs more than I thought it would do. So the Vanity Project wouldn't have worked. And also there's a band called the Vanity Project. So we sat in the pub one day and Steevi tells a story better than I do about how we came up with the name, but we were drunk at the time. I do remember saying, "What's in a name?" at the end of it. I said, "Well, Def Leppard."
Yes.
Not even the right spelling. Come on, Jeff.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah.
The Beatles.
the
Beatles.
Beatles.
The Beatles would crawl on the floor.
Led Zeppelin. You know,
Yeah.
Thin Lizzy. Every name is daft until it becomes part of your consciousness.
Even Queen.
Even Queen.
It's a silly name, isn't it? King, Queen. It's just like...
Why were they called Queen? No one... Oh, because it's regal. Yeah.
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 And other things. You know, but after a while, they abbreviate names. Sabbath,
Yeah, yeah.
Purple, Maiden, Leopard, Lizzie.
The cats.
The Cats. So it didn't really matter. All we wanted was something that was going to stick its head above the rock treacle, as we called it, the pond of treacle, where millions of bands are just doing this, and we needed something that goes, what is that name? It's a Marmite name, but Stevie's got a great story.
We still didn't have this name, but we you know, it was bubbling. I remember Greg ringing me one afternoon. I said, "Mate, you okay?" He said, "Just a bit down, mate. Lost my cat." It was TC, wasn't it? TC. Top Cat. And you know, obviously, we chatted for hours and hours, and I didn't tell you that also my cat Jeff, female cat, had died a couple of weeks before, and we practically like met man grizzling on the phone. Oh mate, man grizzling. Anyway, and you know when you go to if you go to a grandparent's funeral or you know anything sad like that. Everybody's sad and miserable, and there's one person in the room that says, "Guys, come on, Nan wouldn't want us to look at you all. Look, come on, you know, she wouldn't want to see you like this." And then suddenly this little rainbow comes and everyone goes, of course, Nan, yeah, Nan. And everyone, because, you know, that...
She's up in space looking down.
Yeah, because she's looking.
Yeah.
And I said, jokingly, and it just came out, and I said, "Oh, God, Greg, look at us two grizzling buddies here. Our cats are looking, are probably up there right now looking down and saying, look at those silly buggers down there, you know." And we pissed ourselves laughing. We thought, that's so funny. And Greg sort of said, "What, like cats in space?" And we went, "Whoa, cats in space. Oh my God." And that, you know, the fact that we
couldn't get past
that. No. But also, what the first thing that shot into my mind was all those fabulous legends, John Bonham, Bon Scott, Freddie, Phil Lynott. To me, those guys were the cool cats that are responsible for
that kind of music.
You know, the rock that runs through our bodies. That's part of those people. So rather than the heaven and, you know, Nan's gone to heaven kind of vibe, it's more of a, when we lose someone, there's another cool cat in space. So I hope that answers any question.
And we were stuck with it. And we did say, well, we kept trying to get away from it, saying they'll abbreviate the cats.